I was on my daily search of the history of this fine sport we call bodybuilding, if you can call it a sport. It's still debatable. Anyway, I found this one here, this little comparison that really tickled my fancy. This is William Bonac and Flex James Lewis here at the 2012 British Grand Prix in the lightweight division. So we are safe to assume these guys are 212 pounds. There's no symmetry round in this comparison, so we'll dive headfirst into the front double bicep pose, the muscularity round. And heights are debatable, I believe, with William Bonac. He is listed 2 inches taller than Flex Lewis, but I don't know. He's also listed as the same height as Dexter Jackson, and in that comparison, he was a couple inches shorter than Dexter. So I believe these two are around the same height, but I also will say William Bonac really crouches when he does his poses. He's artistic, so that will account for an inch or two probably. In this one here, it's actually pretty close. Bonac with a nice set of biceps, good and round. But then Flex Lewis, look at his guns. So full, and he has the forearms. And I get comments, who cares about the forearms? I do. And the lag development, Bonac, he has a big old set of quads, I'm here to tell you. But Flex James Lewis, maybe a little bit more sliced and diced in that aspect. So it is a pick'em between these two. And as we carry on the poses, I will generate a little backstory for you guys. This is a situation where Flex James Lewis, he leapfrogged over William Bonac. He placed first. Bonac was way down in 6th. Are you kidding me? Judging by these first few poses, or a couple, I guess, is the front lat spread here. And it was a very tight competition between these two. If not, William Bonac could even earn a victory in this pose. And in my opinion, he does look better than Flex Lewis. Aside from the calves, I believe the only muscle on Flex Lewis that he would get an advantage here, a very lowly inserted set of calves. And this was ditto with the front double bi as well. Let's turn to the side, and sizes are even more debatable from the side. I believe William Bonac, he crouches down quite a bit for the side shots, guys. I mean, stick him next to gentlemen that you know are equal height, and he looks so short in these side shots. But anyway, he does look more impressive than Flex James Lewis. I'll be honest, he looks a little bit more conditioned, and you can tell both of these gentlemen, they needed to put on more lag size, and Bonac did, because he entered, of course, the open class, and now this year, 2020, who knows? These two could be 1 and 2 at the Olympia. I mean, it's a stretch, but you don't know. They could be. This is a very unfair comparison. The side tricep pose, if you can call that one, whatever Flex James Lewis is doing, it's not very flattering whatsoever. Even the waistline, he doesn't have a distended midsection, but judging by this one, it looks like he does. So just because he is hitting it more to spec, I would wager to say William Bonac is going to get a point in the side tricep. Rear lat spread is basically apples versus oranges here. Flex Lewis standing up straight. A lot of people hit their shots this way. It is the Cedric McMillan, as I like to call it. And Bonac is hitting the Kai Green or the Phil Heath. He's leaning back, creating so much lower lat thickness. I believe Patrick Moore tried this at the Arnold's Classics, and he had more success hitting it the other way. But either way, it takes quite a bit of height away from Bonac. Good thick back, though. Good presentation on Flex Lewis. It's a tight one, guys. Both guys displaying fantastic lines in those hamstrings. Glutes, a little bit more diced, sliced for Flex Lewis. Bigger badonkadonk for William Bonac. Maybe a slight edge to Flex Lewis. I don't know, though. It is a tight one. Rear double bicep. Now, I'd be inclined to give this one to William Bonac. That lower lat thickness creates quite a three-dimensional effect for sure. Basically the same situation in the lag department. Flex Lewis, he had almost better calves from the front here. He does have better calves than Bonac from behind, but it was more apparent almost from the front. Huge set of calves. They need a little bit more conditioning, maybe. Dice them up a little bit better, and he would have some of the best calves in the history of bodybuilding. But I have to say, guys, so far, I think William Bonac was definitely overlooked at this competition. Even here from behind, look at those forearms. Who cares about forearms? I do. Ab and thigh shot. This is both of these gentlemen crashing and burning. But like I often say, guys, you can't win them all. And when you beef up and bulk up, lean down, get into condition, you need the size in the legs, the back. You're not always going to have the most diced set of abs in all of the world. And all of this competition, I have noticed in all the front shots, Bonac has a hernia, I believe, or something above his belly button. And he has that removed as of late. He has like more of a divot, which is definitely a lot better than this. No disrespect whatsoever to Bonac, speaking as an objective observer. I don't think either of these two deserve a point in the ab and thigh shot. The most muscular, it's kind of interesting. At first glance, Flex Lewis, he looks bigger. Just scan it real quick. Flex Lewis, Flex Lewis. But then as you sit down and look and take a close zoom in with your zoomers or your peepers, it looks like William Bonac is a little bit larger. Look at the size of his arms. He is one impressive package for sure. But look at the abs on Flex Lewis. And look at the diced, sliced quads. Very impressive nonetheless. I mean, it was a close one between these two guys. I would give it to William Bonac. But is there an argument? No. I don't know. He has the big calves. I mean, who cares about calves? Evidently the judges did here. But to place sixth place, and this is first. I don't know, guys. I think a rematch this year would be the most interesting thing in all of the world. This time, ring-a-ding-ding, they are the heavyweights. Wow, what a very impressive comparison that will be this year at the 2020 Mr. Olympia event. Think of the comparisons, guys. This is Christmas. This is Christmas. All right, guys. It is in December, too. Hope you enjoyed this one. Subscribe to the channel. Hit thumbs up on the video. Have a fantastic day.